Hello and welcome to Celtic Roots Radio, coming to you today from Belfast, Northern Ireland. Celtic, folk, folk rock, Appalachian, bluegrass, Scottish, Irish, Breton, Cajun. If it's Celtic or roots music you like, you'll find it here on Celtic Roots Radio. Hey, how's it going? This is the Celtic Roots Radio Show with more new music and a wee bit of crack from me, Raymond McCullough. And we started off today's show with a medley of Celtic rock from the Sandcarvers in Wisconsin, USA. The well-known Scots song Mairi's Wedding, a wee reel called Nolan's Game, and a good Belfast song, I'll Tell Me Now. And speaking of Belfast, our show today is again sponsored by Belfast Girls, a novel about 3 girls growing up in post-Troubles Belfast, now available on Amazon.com and on Kindle, etc. You can also hear it on a new podcast, which you'll find on iTunes. And for more information on the author, Jerry McCullough, and Belfast Girls, check out Jerry with a G and a Y, McCullough.com, or go to Jerry's fan page on Facebook for regular updates. Jerry's also a member of our Celtic Roots Cafe network, which has almost doubled in membership in the last couple of weeks. You'll find at least 35 great music videos there, songs, photos, information about quite a few of our artists and bands, forum posts and a blog. It's all at celticrootsradio.ning.com, or just go to our main website and click the cafe button. That's celticrootsradio.com. Now quite often we get reviews on iTunes, but I discovered a great one the other day by accident on our Facebook fan page. A fellow with the great name of Anthony McCullough in Oceanside, California, gave us 5 stars and says, "Awesome mix of music as advertised and entertaining monologue from Raymond McCullough on the podcast. I'm amazed by the many music sources from all over the world. I not only learn things about the Irish culture, but enjoy the music along the way. Thank you." You see, we're an educational programme as well as a music show. Thanks, Anthony. And another lady, this time from Orange, California, gave us a 5-star review on iTunes USA entitled "Love It." Ely McPhail says, "As a long-time lover of Irish and Celtic music, I'm thrilled that each podcast will have at least one song I've never heard, and they're always great. Raymond does a great job of adding enough context to make you feel as if Celtic Roots has made you Irish. Isn't that brilliant? Well, we'll certainly do our best to make us all feel at least a little bit Irish. Unless you're really Scots or Breton or something. Keep in touch with us through email or Facebook message, or follow us on Twitter, Celtic Roots _. And please, 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 go to your local iTunes store and review the show for us. You'll find our other podcasts on iTunes too, just by searching under my name. And if any of you happen to know of a great Celtic or acoustic show on a particular radio station, send me their contact details to Raymond@CelticRootsRadio.com. We're listening now to a pretty lively fiddle tune called Farewell Frankie from the sweet Colleens in Minnesota, USA.
So when Cúchulainn went to Bakersfield, he wept. When I went to find him there, I slept. I slept because I would not see the trouble I got in. He wept because the deathlessness had overtaken him. A deathlessness, what could be worse in Bakersfield's fair town? All because I took so long to lay my body down. I lay my body down, at last I took my golden rest. Down in that golden mobile home, out in that golden west. They say he used to cowboy out by Colleens way, that every rustler had to face Cúchulainn some dark day. But those dark days are over now, there's no one left to see Cullen's wild and lovely bull, which we called Mystery. So when Cullen went to Bakersfield, he wept, he wept. When I went to find him there, I slept, I slept. I slept because I would not see the trouble I got in. He wept because the deathlessness had overtaken him. Well, I thought I caught a glimpse of him from Panorama Drive, down among the oil fields just trying to survive. And I knew I'd have to face him and that could mean my life. I knew I'd have to do it for my daughter and my wife. Now Cúchulainn is awaiting me beneath my bridge of sighs, where 24th Street spans the river current with wise. Down in that dust and shadow with that weapon in his hand, with which to rip my guts out and feed them to the land. Old as he is and trembling, he still has the strength and speed I know is necessary just for him to do the deed. Now I must find the strength and speed as night to light must yield, to take Cullen with me way down in Bakersfield. So when Cullen went to Bakersfield, he wept, he wept. When I went to find him there, I slept, I slept. I slept because I would not see the trouble I got in. He wept because deathlessness had overtaken him, overtaken him.
That was an interesting song from David Nigel Lloyd in California, USA, and Cúchulainn in Bakersfield. Last time I had a sort of combined geography and history lesson about Ulster, so I think we'll lighten up a wee bit this week. Many of you have said that you love learning more about the language. Now, would that be the Irish language, the English language, Ulster Scots dialect, or what? You see, you get a mixture of all three when you listen to this show, because of the various influences on the way we talk. And we in turn have often influenced the way other people talk. For instance, you have a major city in Maryland, US called Baltimore, which is Irish Gaelic for the place of the big house, Báile Timor. When you want to know if someone understands Irish, you ask, "An tuigged the Gaeilge?" Unless you're Scots, when you'd say, "An tuigged the Gaelic?" If you speak it fairly well, you'd reply, "Tuiggin, I understand." And if, like me, you don't speak it very well, you'd answer, "Ní higgum, Tommy Folum. I don't understand, but I'm learning." Now that word tuiggin has become two similar English words, twig, because the Gaelic word has a U in it, and dig. In Ireland we might say, "Ach, I never twigged on like that he was her brother," or "I never twigged till afterwards," meaning I didn't understand at the time. The hippie phrase, "Do you dig it, man?" comes straight from the Irish to understand, in this case meaning to like something. I really dig John Lennon, for instance. So maybe some of you have never twigged on that when you dig something, you're actually using the Irish language, eh? We're listening to a beautiful harp tune here from a lady called Mairi Longo from New Jersey, USA, and Butterfly Returns.
me by. No pipe did hum, no battle drum did sound its loud tattoo, but the Angelus bells or the Liffey's wells rang out in the foggy dew. I proudly hide in Dublin town, hung they out the flag of war. 'Twas better to die neath an Irish sky than at Subnor's Delpar. And from the plains of Royal Mead, strong men came hurling through, while Britannia's hands with their long-range guns sailed through the foggy dew, where brave lads fell and the requiem bell rang mournfully and clear, for those who died at Eastertide in the springing of the year. And the world did gaze with deep amaze at those fearless men, but few who braved the fight for freedom's light find shine through the foggy dew. And back through the glen I rode again, my heart with grief was sown, for I parted then with valiant men, whom I ne'er shall see no more. But to and fro in my dreams I'll go, and I'll kneel and pray for you. For slavery fled our glorious dead, when they fell in the foggy dew.
That was Foggy Dew from PaddyMac in Iowa, USA. Now, there are plenty of other words that have found their way into English from the Irish language. There are some really obvious ones like Colleen, a girl, clobber, meaning sticky wet clay or mud, or even curdled milk, hooligan, meaning rowdy, from the surname O'Houlihan, and galore from the Irish gaillor, literally till plenty, meaning a lot. The word brogue, referring to a broad Irish or Scots accent, actually comes from the Irish word for a shoe. A less obvious one would be the derogatory phrase a slapper, from the Irish slapach, meaning dirty, which is often used now to refer to a prostitute. A slob, likewise, comes from the Irish slab, meaning mud. Lots of names for geographical features come from Ireland, like bog, glen, loch, drumlin. The word crack, meaning a bit of fun, started life as the English word crack, became common in the Ulster Scots dialect, then in Irish, and back into English usage now, spelt with an AIC. And of course we have poteen, and the word whisky itself, which comes from ushkabacha, meaning the water of life. Some English words originate from Scots, Scots Gaelic or Gaelic, and Ulster Scots. Scots are usually regarded as being pretty canny, in other words knowing, from the word ken, to know. They also generally have a bit of common gumption too. The type of cap, known as a Glengarry, was named after its inventor, the Scots chieftain of Glengarry. The Scots have given us clans, laddies and lassies, tweed and plaid cloth, pancakes and scones, the word we, and some of them can be awful pernickety as well. Most of these Scots words are in common use here in Ulster too. And we're listening now to an unusual combination of piano, Holland pipes, harp, cello and other instruments from Jennifer Thomas, a lady from Washington State, USA, and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
In 63, a Soho gallery showed your work. Twisted forms and charcoal and some abstract oils. For 30 more years, you kept on tending those fields of your single-minded, tortured toils. Made enough to barely keep you off the street. And I knew you as a cranky intellectual who argued with the world about the trivial, with a passion that made it seem so essential. How did you ride that white steed so high in the face of the rushing tide? Truth so elusive, even you could barely see. Don Quixote, did you ever find what you believe? And I am standing here in front of dwindling crowds, singing what I remember is God's own truth. My voice seems the weakest when it cries out loud to romantic seeking love songs about happy youth. So here's to the heroes in the undertow, the fighters for enlightenment will never know. Truth so elusive, even you could barely see. Don Quixote, did you ever find what you believe? Hey, 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 hey. Oh, and did death bring you truth or only peace? A glorious light, or just how did you ride that white steed so high in the face of the rushing tide? Truth so elusive, even you could barely see. Don Quixote, did you ever find what you believe? Hey, 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 hey. Oh.
Some great vocals there from Calaveras in California in a song called Don Quixote. I'm going to finish now with the mellow voice of Jason Bennett from Colorado, USA, and This Old Boat and Me. I'll see you all very soon, I hope. Slam.
I've lived in the city, I've lived in the towns, left and right, up and down. I've played guitar and sang all around. Met some women and sang them some songs. Worked some jobs that didn't last very long. There's only one friend I've known all along. With this old boat and me, sailing away on the sea. There's something about water and wood that makes a man feel free. With this old boat and me, as far as the eye can see, there's something about water and wood that makes a man feel free. Now I'm old and grey and the world's too damn fast. Slow it down, make it last. Take it day by day, forget about the past. I'll sail away and live for the now. This old boat will show me how. Destination unknown from stern to bow. With this old boat and me, sailing away on the sea. There's something about water and wood that makes a man feel free. With this old boat and me, as far as the eye can see, there's something about water and wood that makes a man feel free.
Well, that's all we have time for on this show. Remember, you can find out more information about the artists and songs played on the show on our website at CelticRootsRadio.com. And if you're an independent artist and you'd like to hear your music played on this show, again, you'll find details on our website. That's CelticRootsRadio.com. Tune in again next week to Celtic Roots Radio. I'm Raymond McCullough, coming to you from Ireland. Slán agus Banagia.